Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Versatyle, Wildchyld. This is episode 18 of Ranting and Raving. And tonight's episode is extremely emotional for me. Very, this was hard on me. I really called on God on this one because I have some things to discuss tonight that are really hard to talk about. So, I'm going to start off with approximately 17 years ago, I was sexually intimate with a young lady who had never before been with a man. She could not tell anyone in her family. We couldn't technically date because her family was very racist. They, to my understanding, her father was a member of the Klan. Or somebody in her family was. I can't quite for sure remember which one of those it was. And we were intimate 2 or 3 times, tops 4, and she disappeared. I didn't see her again. The first month, I didn't think too much about it. I mean, I thought about it here and there, but 2 or 3 months down the line, I started inquiring my close friends of ours where she was, and I was informed that she was pregnant. And I was excited. One of my friends told me that she got an abortion. I didn't believe that. Another one of my close friends told me that she had moved to California and gave the child up for adoption. But something in my spirit always knew that was a lie. I always felt there was a little girl out there who was mine, that was growing up not knowing who her father was. Not even knowing if I was alive. Here recently, through a series of random, quote-unquote, coincidences, I found out that she is alive. She was not given up for adoption, or in that sense, I don't think. And I found out that she actually lives right here in Athens, Georgia. She has been told her entire life that her father was dead. Since I became aware that this young lady existed, I haven't had much sleep. I have been at a loss for words, which, me being who I am, y'all know that's almost impossible. But I want to say to this girl right now that I am your father. I am not dead. Your parents, your mother lied to you. I am not dead. I don't know the circumstances of your home life, but I want you to hear me and to know that you have been thought of every day. In the bottom of my soul, I knew you existed. I couldn't prove it, but I asked about you numerous times. I tried in every possible way I could to find you. I wanted to believe you were real. I ran into your mother's husband one day at work. Come to find out, I had been working with him for 6 months. He knew who I was, but I had forgotten who he was. And he never said a word to me about your mother. I thought that was extremely strange. I thought that maybe he wasn't saying anything because me and her had something back then. And he, that's his wife. So he didn't want to, mention the woman I had been with. I could understand that to a degree. But now it all kind of makes sense why he never said anything about your mother in my presence. Because you were here. And they didn't want me poking and prying to find out that they had been lying to me and you for 16 years. I'm not going to say your name. I'm not going to say your mother's name. I literally haven't seen your mother in 16 years at all. We didn't leave or break up under any bad conditions. We never had a problem. She just disappeared. Granted, I can understand why she was so secretive about you. But what I don't understand is why after all this time she never told me you were here. Why after all these years she lied to you and me. And what I mean by lying to me is I'm not a hard person to find. Everybody in this city knows me. Granted, don't nobody really know where I lay my head, but how to contact me is almost that easy. Had she wanted to contact me and tell the truth, she could have done so. Your stepfather knows me. Not very well. They mainly know my past, which isn't very good. And a lot of people hold my past against me. And I'm almost positive your mother does. And I'm almost positive your stepfather would. They are not the kind of people that would forgive my behavior in the past. Granted, I never did a thing wrong to either of them. But coming from a family that looks at African Americans like, because you live with them, I'm sure that you have grown up and have heard some ugly, ugly stuff about yourself and your culture. And my heart is torn for you right now. I have 5 kids. You are my oldest child. You also have a sister named Brianna. You have another sister named Marielle. And you have 2 brothers, King Azrael and Ronan Bushido. To my knowledge, that's it. I don't know what to say to you, honey, other than I love you. If you by chance get this message, come find me. I just want to hug you, baby. I didn't know you was out there. I didn't know that you... Try not to be upset with anybody. What your mama did What she told you was not right. It was a lie. I don't support that. But I don't know what her reasons are. I wouldn't have done that to you. Granted, up until the last couple of years, I was not a good person. You would have done, you did fine without me up until the last 4 years. Honey. You would not have wanted to know your daddy 4 years ago and before that. When I met your mom, I wasn't crazy, and well, I was crazy, but I wasn't on drugs, and I wasn't in that chain gang. I was just wild, you know. But I've been through some things. And I want you to know that all my pain and all my hurt come from having a father that stayed 3 miles up the street from me most of my childhood and never spoke to me. Never said a word to me. Never acknowledged me. To this day, can't stand me, hates me. You do not have to feel that way, honey. I'm telling you right now, I am not dead. I am alive for now. Very much alive. Thriving. Successful. Doing pretty good. And I want you in my life. You can come see me right now. You can stop everything you're doing and come run and see your daddy and hug him, baby. And come see your brothers and come see your daddy. I've had a really rough week. Your daddy's strong as shit. You got a bloodline that's strong. You need to know your people. Because I'm sure where you've been raised at, they've been telling you all type of ugly shit about your culture, about your family, your heritage. I want you to go look up the name Versatyle, Versatyle, the T-H-A, Wildchyld, Wildchyld. That is your father and your daddy. And I'm here. I'm here, baby. The one thing that helped me change my life was I never wanted anybody to feel the way I feel inside. My daddy does not love me, doesn't care nothing about me. You have roughly 20-something aunts and uncles in this city. You have more cousins here than you could imagine. So be safe. If you want to yell and scream at me, I'm fine. Do whatever you want to do, honey. Just come see your daddy. I ain't the best person in the world, but I ain't the worst by far. And I do anything for you, honey. Anything I can do to make up for 16 years of absence, I will do it. Because I love you. You are my seed. You are my child. The worst thing a man can do is create a life and not make every effort he can to be there for that life. I want you to listen to me. I had no choice. Your mother never gave me an option. Until 4 days ago, I didn't even physically, tangibly know you existed. I knew it here. I knew in my soul that you were real, but I had no way to prove it. Not only did she make you disappear, but she disappeared too. She did a very clever job of becoming a ghost. When I say I haven't seen her in 16 years, I mean I have not laid eyes nor heard nor seen nothing of her in 16 years. And to my understanding, you just turned 16. I want you to watch this video and look at the pictures at the end of this video. That is your grandmother and your aunt and your brothers and sisters. You look just like your auntie. You look just like your grandmother. When I saw you, there is no way I could deny you. You have my eyes. I'm not going to put your picture on here, but you're going to get to see your aunt and your grandmother and your brothers and your sisters. Your initials are J-A-W. Your middle name is the exact same as my sister, your aunt. Keep in mind, your mother never met my sister, never knew she existed. That's how awesome and amazing God is. You have your aunt's middle name and nobody even knew it. I could go on, but I want to see you. I want you to come to me. God is powerful. He can do all things. I know by chance you are listening to this right now. It's not coincidence, honey. It's not chance. God did this. You've been hurting inside your whole life. A pain that nobody has ever understood. But your daddy understands. I know how you hurt. Come to me, baby. Come see your daddy. I love you. I'm waiting. Don't make me wait too long. I've been waiting 16 years to hug you.
Hey, yo. J. Cole. Yo, bro, after I heard your song, I felt like you needed to hear somebody speak from the perspective of the child that the two people in your song created. So here's the answer. Alright? It's from the bottom of my heart right here. Check it. Mom, look. Once upon a time I was a life in you. My pops found out and said fucking he wasn't wifing you. Got hostile and abusive. Went and pulled out his knife on you. No concern for the seed, the life he planted inside of you. My adolescence full of pain and suffering because of you. Decisions that you made with a nigga that gave a fuck about the outcome. Cause I came outdoor, but he was yellow and said that I wasn't his. You must have went and fucked another fellow. Disowned and alone, I grew up without a role model to follow. A hole inside my soul, it was hollow. Picked up a bottle and a Philly full of kind bud nuggets to kill my misery. So my path is the penitentiary, mentally scarred. Pops a ghost, a memory that I couldn't see. And you hated your firstborn son, cause you saw him in me. Now I'm 32 years old, this shit is killing me. You made the mistake, but I feel like you should be forgiving me. Damn.
And I ain't too proud to tell you that I cry sometimes about it. And girl, I know it hurt, but if this world was perfect, then we can make it work, but I doubt it. And I ain't too proud to tell you that I cry sometimes about it. And girl, I know it hurt, but if this world was perfect, then we can make it work, but
hey, yo,
I doubt
I
it.
get so pissed off when I sit and get a thought about you fucking my mom. If you ain't want me, you should've pulled it out. It made me sit to think about all of the times you beat and mistreated her. Ran your game and told lies, claiming you needed her. All I see is you leaving us and marrying that bitch who basically said she didn't want you. Fucking with your other kids and you fucking bitches all over my city, creating progeny. You even claim my brother, but still refuse to acknowledge me. Still got no apology, still refuse to talk to me. Mom said I'm gonna be like you while I'm fulfilling this prophecy. Anger built up inside of me, hide it with my addiction. Cut myself to feel some pain outside inside. Was afflicted, got convicted and sent to prison, the path that many predicted. But the outcome was me seeing the truth. I hated you, and in return hated myself. But what I can't get is I came close to doing the same fuck shit to my own wife. And now my past is full of bruised women with broken hearts. It took years for me to get it together and stop pretending that every woman I entered was a scapegoat and a tool I could use and utilize to justify my twisted point of views. I was confused.
And I ain't too proud to tell you that I cry sometimes about it. And boy, that shit hurt. And ain't nobody perfect, still we can make it work if you doubt it. And I ain't too proud to tell you that I cry sometimes about it. And boy, that shit hurt. And ain't nobody perfect, still we can make it work if you doubt it.
I asked myself, how could you both go make this life together with no preparation, no planning on how to make it better than the life you live? So now I suffer cause my mother hates my daddy and my daddy hates my mother, and I'm stuck in the middle like a stepchild blaming myself. I know it's not my fault, you stupid motherfuckers made me and gave me this life. I never asked for this motherfucker. Pain I survived, don't know the half for that motherfucker. It took a while to deal with it. My youth it had distorted me, contorted like origami. Pray often that she'd aborted me, but God gave me a purpose. He took all of this misery, the curse of life that you gave me, and manifested this gift to me, uplifted me, but still can't deny the pain that reside in me and the fucked up parents that you both were. See, I refuse to be, so now I gotta see. And when he look inside of my eyes, he smiled, and so do I. But I ain't ashamed to tell you I still cry sometimes.
And I ain't too proud to tell you that I cry sometimes about it.
I ain't gonna sit here in front saying I ain't got tears running down my face right now, nigga. When I think about y'all niggas and how y'all want shit. Daddy, you ain't shit. Mama, you ain't shit. Y'all should've thought about that shit before y'all did this fuck shit. But I'm here, and I'm gonna do better than what the fuck y'all niggas did. You believe that?